on Sailing Catalpa. We continue our sail onto the Banda Islands when it quickly turns into unfavourable winds and uncomfortable weather. We arrive at Banda and replace our ripped main. And Lee, he thinks it's funny to show you guys how I shower.
Hello, sweetheart.
We started our climb at Gunung Api, a volcano located here in the Banda Sea. Gunung Api is an active volcano. The island is called Gunung Api Banda, meaning fiery mountain.
He looks like Taj and he walks like Bella.
And he's as slow as this old guy. Ah!
Oh, this old guy feels like him.
You won't get trodden on now?
People behind us, 2 people we've seen on the trail so far.
4.
Actually, 4. We've seen 2 coming down.
What?
So move the little fella.
Eddie.
I want to see him. They get there and they go.
Oh. Api is 656 metres above sea level and is about 3 kilometres wide. Don't step on this guy. Come on, man. You gotta move the track. You gotta move.
Me.
How you going, babe?
My one.
Above the clouds.
Above the clouds. Woo! Nearly there.
I want to go swimming so bad over there. Okay guys, let's not stop here. We're nearly at the top, guys.
Roll out.
Oh, this is a weird plant, look.
I know, it's cool, isn't it? It has had historical eruptions recorded since the late 1500s, which have been relatively low level, though there have been larger eruptions also. On May 9th, 1988, after 97 years of dormancy, a violent eruption shook the Banda Islands. A column of ash billowed 3 kilometres into the air and earthquakes felt every few minutes. 2 days prior to the eruption, the island was evacuated to Banda Neira. But the day of eruption, people were moving on to further islands, and the Banda Islands were evacuated during the 1988 eruption, which finally ended on August 1988. We got here, guys! It's really hot.
Wow.
Is it hot? It's really hot, and there's some people over the other side. I think they're cooking in the ground, which you totally could because you can feel the heat. It's fogging up the camera.
Gosh.
You can feel the heat coming off the ground. It's amazing.
And the height is very scary, so I'm going down.
There's another hole here. Jeez, it's hot. It's so hot. Ooh. Okay, going down before I fall.
I'm really hot.
It's very, you could totally just fall down the side, like, oh my God. See the heat coming off the ground.
It's hot.
Crazy.
I've touched it.
guys.
Up amongst the clouds on a volcano. They're not islands. Get your heart out.
700 metres up in the sky.
Ganang Api. We did it.
Like that.
It's easy, eh? Piece of cake.
Time for a cold beer. In a bit.
Is that hot, Taj?
Yeah, it's burning.
Fennaz?
It's like
Bella?
hotter than
I
any.
did, and it burnt my finger.
It's like hotter than any oven you'll ever open. Take about 10 seconds in there. Have you felt it?
Standing on one.
Don't put your hand right in, baby.
Ooh, it's hot.
I put my hand right in it.
It's hot. The heat coming out of the ground was insane, and we regretted not bringing some eggs and noodles to cook in the hot thermal pockets. We got here in about 2 hours, and the clouds have just cleared out, so you can see all the beautiful view behind me. And straight down here in that little cove, that's Catalpa. So we're about to go back down, and the
Check
climb
down.
up here. How was the climb, guys?
Very rubbly and steep, so it's going to be really sketchy
It
on
was
the way
really
down.
tough. We were sweating. It was a tough climb.
It's about 650 metres above sea level, but it's just like going straight up, so
And it's not a walk. It was a climb.
yeah.
But it was good. It was worth it. It's up beautiful up here, and yeah.
We're in and out of the clouds, so we sort of get the clouds blow off for a little bit, and then we get a bit of a view. And
We're gonna head down the mountain. Oh, Bella, you're right.
What do you reckon? Easier on the way down?
It's not as tiring, but it's a little bit more. You got to think and put your foot in the right spot, otherwise you go.
Sarah's surfing. About halfway down.
Oh, you're kidding.
And the kids have just left us for dead.
Kids are powering down.
This is yeah, he was 20 years younger, I'd be alright.
No, I'm just real scared of falling.
It's just like you just start surfing going down. It's like, what can I grab onto here? You just start literally in the rubble flying. The camera doesn't show it how steep it is, but
yeah, steep.
Steep.
Wet. This isn't water, mate.
How's your bum?
Sweating, and I fell on a rock on my butt cheeks and I have a big bruise. I just want to be at the bottom and jump in the ocean.
Oh,
Someone could send a helicopter right about now, that'd be great. Oh, hear that?
It's about now.
Anything. We actually have had a chocolate biscuit each, so we're pretty stupid. But anyway.
Alright.
Oh my goodness, this swim felt so good. And then back to Catalpa to sleep. We haven't sweated or walked that much in a while.
So I've just pulled apart the carby, which was clean a few weeks ago back at Ambon. I'm going to have to sort out something for... I don't actually filter our benzene, our petrol at the moment. I haven't actually got anything. I've got a diesel filter obviously, which I put all the diesel through before it goes into our tanks, but as far as the unleaded goes, I don't. This is the bottom. This is the bottom of our carby. As you can see, that's just from a couple of weeks ago. It looks clean, the fuel, but it has just got that much rubbish in it. So the generator this morning was playing up a bit. You can see that's my first little wipe. There's another second wipe. It's just like mud in the bottom. And I haven't actually pulled out the jet yet, but if you can see around, the jet's obviously inside there. Grab another clean little bit there, and I'll just wipe around the base of this here. You can see that. So this is from about 4 weeks of use, and that's how much crap is in the fuel. So we're definitely going to have to do something with our benzene. I know everywhere you go, everyone seems to have a rag and filters their fuel through a rag. So I think we're going to have to start just trying the rag for now until we can actually put it through some sort of proper filter. But yeah, that's definitely just no good. So I'm going to pull the jet out and clean all that, and I'll pull out the little float valve here and clean in there and just give it all a tidy up, and hopefully it works again. I've just given the bowl a little clean out with a bit of carby cleaner. So the second thing I'm going to clean out here, see if there's any crap in the valve. Well, gauging by that, just before I even pop it out, you can see it is just inside there, so let's have a look at the valve. Yeah, so what we've got, so the fuel goes through there first, which was just, it's absolutely full of crap. And then it comes up through here, and there's all these little holes. I don't know if you can see them, but there's all crap in those too. So I'll clean all this out, put it back together, and we'll see if it starts.
It started and it was good. Over to Banda Neira to see the island and some history. The Banda Islands are also known as the Spice Islands, and the history around the spice trading goes back to the 1500s. So they say you can smell the Spice Islands before you get here, but on arrival, all we smelt was this fish. But seriously, this place does smell of nutmeg and clove. First stop was to find some food, and then to Fort Bellinchica. Bellinchica?
My legs are so sore.
So we're walking to the fort. Yesterday we did a lot of walking and we've got sore legs, so walking up this hill we're like,
Oh man, there's no way I'd climb the mountain today.
no way.
Can't even get up this path.
It's sort of like twice as steep as this.
Yeah, it was way steeper than this. The Spice Islands have some bloody history. These islands back in the 1500s was the only place in the world that grew nutmeg and clove. The spices were on high demand, and this tiny group of islands were highly sought after. The Portuguese were the first to come and trade, and not long after the fight was on between the English and the Dutch to find these islands. This way up?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Back in the day, the spices were worth as much as gold. There were several forts built all over the Banda Islands, and the best preserved and restored is the Bellinchica fort built here in Banda Neira. The forts were built to fight off any threats entering the Banda Islands to protect the nutmeg. I'm not entirely sure of all of the history, but a really interesting book that we got recommended by a viewer is Nathaniel's Nutmeg. We are currently reading it and it is really interesting. The biggest problem for the European foreigners was actually finding these tiny islands in the Banda Sea. From reading about it, basically the Portuguese were taking over first, then the Dutch and the English, they were on their way. The English sunk on their first attempt to get there, and the Dutch were triumphant in the end, claiming the spices. What all those are for? What are all those little bits of concrete for? Tell us a story about them. Bella?
Where they sit and they just stay.
They all had to stand on one of these for 40 hours at a time. We'd tell you all about it, but we don't know what any of this is. It stinks. check it out. I don't know.
Isn't it?
It's dark and scary. Going in.
There's like 20 bats in there. Can I have a camera? Video camera?
Didn't know.
There's
Is it bats or birds?
so many in there.
I think they're birds.
They're bats. Come and have a look.
No.
I'm really fine.
It's too scary.
I'm really good, thanks.
Come and have a look. Can I hold that bag?
They're gonna all come out, Mama.
Little corridor. I think Bella and Taj and Mum and that are all up top. But we're going in to investigate. This is like one of those real little dark, creepy little cells. Yeah, lights come on. What else we got? This is real creepy. It's actually really dark. It's just the camera light that's.
I can't help think of the effect it had on all the Banda Neira people during that time, and all over a few spices. These islands and its people are truly beautiful. It was very cool.
Yeah, this is sailfish.
Oh, sailfish.
Yeah, this is
You catch wahoo?
wahi wahi,
Wahoo?
wahu wahu.
Wahoo,
Yeah.
wahoo?
But sometimes it's difficult to get now out here.
Yeah.
And tuna?
Yeah, tuna. Everyday tuna.
Yeah.
They sell the cheap from Denpasar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 kilo 52,000 now.
Well, that's it for now, but join us next time as we have a visitor arrive at the Banda Islands coming to stay aboard Catalpa. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.
It all comes all thanks to you all. All thanks to y'all.